Hey everybody, welcome back to Jeff Bowles Central. We're doing a gaming video today, by the by, on the way to doing a Death Stranding 2 review. I had to do something first, a little thing, just a little chore, a little errand I had to run, called playing the first one.
First door you sign, authorized personnel only. Yeah. Open that door. That's the stage.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
I had not played Death Stranding 1. I'll take that back. I played it for like an hour when it launched back in 2019. I played it and I kind of decided that I wasn't super into it. And I'm not alone in this. This is not a surprise. After all, this is now getting up to, 5-6-year-old video game. And we got this sequel out. And by the way, everybody seems to love the sequel. I haven't touched it yet. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it for you. I hope that came out right. I'm going to play that game, and I know I'm going to love it because everybody says I'm going to love it, and I trust everybody. Everybody says it's great, so I trust everybody. But I had to play the first one because as I understood it, there's a little bit of context that you need to be aware of because, hey, this is a little bit of a strange video game.
Oh, yeah,
at least in the sense that it's unique both in storytelling and from gameplay. But as far as storytelling goes, it's a very deep and strange and colorful, but not at all colorful, narrative. And why is that? Well, it's Hideo Kojima. Okay, this is his first quote unquote creator-owned video game after his team split from Konami, right? This is the guy who gave us Metal Gear, okay? And hey, I am a massive Metal Gear fan. I miss Metal Gear. I know we're getting the Delta, the Snake Eater reboot, right, or the remake. I'm so down for that. I'm so playing that. Hideo Kojima, the first time I played Metal Gear Solid 1 on PS1, the Psycho Mantis thing where you had to unplug the controller and plug it back into the other port blew my mind. That moment blew my mind more than any gaming moment had ever before, and it's still one of the most cherished memories I have of gaming, PlayStation specifically, right? This man keeps doing this to me to this day. I'm 40 years old, sitting here in my living room the other day playing this game going, aha. I couldn't have guessed that little wrinkle or that little detail or that visual cue or that character interaction. I couldn't have guessed that in a million years. And, if I think about the whole series of Metal Gear up through 5, it just got weirder and weirder and stranger and more colorful, more unique, more specific to this guy, Kojima-san. I love him as a game developer. I love him as a creator. I love him as a storyteller. I like his taste in music, okay? But if I'm being honest, I didn't get this game when I first played it. Didn't get it. Didn't understand it. Didn't see the appeal. I was like, this is nothing like Metal Gear 5, which was great. Which had just come out a couple years prior, right? So I shut it off, and I didn't play it ever again until just now.
Now the whole world's gonna know that you died scratching my balls. You are so wrong.
All right, just this last couple weeks, and I have changed my mind. That's the substance of this video. How Stella got her groove back, How Jeff got his love of Death Stranding in the first place. That's not really a catchy title for anything. So we're going to ditch that. But I do want you to know this. This is not what I thought it was. Because what I thought it was, it isn't anything like what you can think it is. If you've never played this game, first of all, what PlayStation rock you been hiding under, boy, girl, they, them. Sorry. But look, if you've never played this game, you're going to play it and you're going to see that it's wild. It's nothing, So that's the story. But what is the gameplay? The gameplay is you're a delivery man. You a UPS guy without a truck. You are the truck. And you're not just dodging dogs in people's yards like annoying toddlers and things. I don't know why they have to dodge those. You're dodging like scary ghost beings that would be invisible if not for the baby strapped to your chest in a tank that somehow attached amniotic fluid to like light up a little sensor that comes up above your shoulder and show you where the ghosts are. Okay? And that's not something UPS guys have to do, but the rest is very much just delivery. A to B, carrying cargo. Why is that fun? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's fun because of physics, number one. That's what I found immediately. The physics of the situation make for most of the gameplay itself, right? A shooter gotta shoot, a looter gotta loot, and a delivery guy's gotta stay on his feet. And that's the trick of the game, especially the more cargo you get and the more complex, frankly, the equipment situation becomes. It becomes very complex. There's a lot of different things you can fabricate and use to help you traverse and fight off enemies. It's not just the ghosts that you're fighting. It's also these mule guys, these kind of post-apocalyptic bad dudes who are kind of out for themselves, so they steal whatever cargo they can get, right? From hapless Norman Reeduses everywhere. And so it's those two things. It's light combat, not lethal combat, never lethal. And it's delivering, it's trucking through these vast plain wildernesses that is basically futuristic, post-apocalyptic America. You're literally traversing from the East Coast to the West Coast, more or less. And that's it, man. That's all it is. They say, hey, we need you to take this package or these sets of packages down to what used to be, I don't know, Cincinnati, and go to the Knott Center, right? And deliver it, and that's it. And then come back or go to another one and take another mission, do whatever you got to do. The story unfolds. There's brief interludes where you're in your little hovel and your quarters, and you're using the restroom, and you're taking showers, and you're looking at Norman's face in the mirror very closely. You're checking on your baby, all that stuff, and that's really the game. And so there's a lot of room with all that I described there for hatred, frankly. You know, the game when it launched, it was famously review bombed on like Metacritic and stuff. Usually to me, review bombing is like mostly non-critical. There's nothing to do with the quality of the game. That's why they call it review bombing, right? That's a political function, or a social function, or I'm a bunch of trolls function, right? But legitimately so, there were people who just didn't like this game. Like I said, I didn't like it when I first tried it. But it made an impression on me this time, and I tell you what it is. I finally understood the ratio between staying on your feet, holding down those trigger buttons, yeah, putting your hands on your straps of your backpack and really bearing in, and taking these packages all over it looks like Greenland, basically, rather than the United States. That's the bombs, okay? America plus bombs equals Greenland. And they play this beautiful kind of indie acoustic kind of electronic music sometimes. And it's you and the landscape, and that's it. Zen. You zen out sometimes. You're just trucking across this beautiful landscape. It's just you and your packages and your power strut suit that you wear and the wilderness and silence. Really. Stuff happens, don't get me wrong, but that's the ratio that he's trying to achieve here. He's also trying to achieve a light degree of sociability. It's a strand game, as he calls it. And it's sort of like the Souls games where there's kind of like mild interaction between things that people leave behind for you. And you can like those things. So there's sociability, which is really actually very fun. You have to get into the mindset, into the mode of this thing. In other words, it's an acquired taste, okay? Like prison toilet Merlot, okay? The vintage is really important on that one. And I get it now. I am down. I liked this.
This means something. This is important.
I enjoyed this. Does it get tedious? Occasionally. Does it get repetitive? You bet. Ask your UPS driver locally if his job gets repetitive too. But I get it now. And the other thing about it is that it's exceptionally made. I played the director's cut. I actually played it on Xbox, just because that's where I found access to it the easiest for me. I would have played it on PlayStation, no worries. But that's where I played it, which is interesting. I'm playing a PlayStation game on an Xbox. That's kind of a newish experience for gamers in general. All this crossbleed that's happening in the wake of the Xbox catastrophe that's going on over there. This game is unique, which makes it less accessible to everybody. That's just how that works, because shooting for the lowest common denominator, everybody's going to maybe enjoy it, but it's not going to be special necessarily, and that's what this is. Unique, special, one of a kind. I'll say two of a kind because there's a sequel, which I am, as I said, going to play and review here on Jeff Bowles Central. But look, Death Stranding is a contemplative, experience. You must contemplate it. You must breathe it in like a nice boring novel. Scratch out the boring. Like a nice literary novel. You have to breathe it in, and you have to kind of let it wash over you. In some senses, there's still action and driving around and shooting dudes with tasers, guns, and bolo things and stuff, and building bridges, fabricating things, driving cool bikes over landscapes that really are not suitable for bikes. I think that the more that Hideo Kojima makes video games, the more experienced he becomes at both defying expectation, providing somewhat of what gamers expect to see in, say, an action game, which is what people perceive this to be probably. But you know what? Just being himself, damn it. How many individualists exist in the AAA space? How many? Really? That many? Or is it this sequel plus this sequel plus this reboot plus this sequel plus this reboot equals a franchise, right? That's not what this is ever going to be. Not in his hands. I applaud this man. I've been a fan of his since 1996. Is that when Metal Gear 1 came out? Maybe, perhaps. I love this game. I would normally probably give it an 8 now if it was brand new, which it ain't, but I guarantee you Death Stranding 2 might get a higher rating from me. And I'm gonna play that pretty soon. You stay tuned. You come back and check that out when it's here, and all sorts of other videos besides. We do music over here. We do video games. We do mental health sometimes here and there. So please like, subscribe, see more videos, check me out, check yourself out, check Norman Reedus out in the mirror some more times. You know who you are. All right. Until next time, everybody. Enjoy the great wilderness.
Full eyes of the morning sun,